before we get into the monthly wrap up, let's just have a quick look at the stats for the month. Now, I got this idea from Ella Rose Reads, so please don't come at me. Ella Rose Reads is one of my favourite YouTubers, and she does this at the beginning of her videos, and I thought it was a really good idea. So, we're going to have a quick look at the stats, not too much, but in October I read 6 books, which is insane, and pretty good for me for having a full-time job as well. And overall 2,079 pages, which is a pretty good reading month. This month we had many books that averaged around page numbers of 300 to 499, and we had some very good varied ratings throughout this month, and in my eyes it was a good reading month. So to check out my ratings, keep watching the wrap up. Hello and welcome back. Oh my god, they're all falling everywhere. Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to a brand new video. Oh my god, I kind of forgot I had to film this video. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I had it planned in my head when I was filming it, when it's getting uploaded, and then I forgot. But anyway, hi, if those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I upload booktube content and all things like book reviews, kind of monthly wrap-ups, reading vlogs, you name it. And if you didn't know, if you are new to my channel and you haven't watched any of my other videos apart from this one, I am doing 12 days of Bookmas this year, and I am really excited to do this. I'm really excited for you to see it. I've been filming over the last couple of months and I'm still filming now for this video for December, and I'm so excited for you to see it. So please subscribe so you are ready for 12 days of Bookmas, because it's going to be a good month, a good upload month, I think, and I'm very excited. And before we get into this, if you do enjoy this content, then please subscribe, please follow my social medias down below, please comment and like this video, and without further ado, let's just get on with the video because I feel like I'm rambling on. Okay, editing me coming in here, very sorry for 1, the atrocious look, 2, the crappy kind of quality, I guess, but editing me coming in here to say, before we get into this wrap up, that I am apologies for the lighting. I didn't realise it until I go to edit it this morning, the day it has to go up, that the lighting wasn't great and the height on my camera was a bit too high for me usually, so I'm very sorry. I'm not going to refilm it because I don't have time to, and I want it up tonight. So I'm very sorry for the lighting and the height. Hopefully you still enjoy the video. It still looks good, and I still say the titles of the books. So some of the books you might not be able to see very clearly, like Friend Zone, but it's fine. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Very sorry about the lighting. Hopefully from now on it will be better, but yeah, I'm very sorry about that. Okay, so if you haven't guessed or haven't seen the title, which I'm sure you have, it is my monthly wrap-ups. I do this every month. I do monthly wrap-ups and hopefuls. So we are currently doing a wrap-up of October reads, and we are doing what I'm hoping to read in November, but it's going to be very depending on the videos I film. And when I say November, I'm saying what I'm going to read at the end of October to November, because it's currently the 26th of October, but it's the only day I can really film it, and I want to get this up for Saturday. I know it's slightly early considering October doesn't finish until Tuesday, but I have my videos planned, okay, so this is what's happening. So we're going to talk about the books I've read this month first, and then we'll talk about my hopefuls for next month. The first book that I did, and I did say at the beginning of my last one when I was talking about my hopefuls, I was currently at chapter 11 of this book, and I ended up finishing this book, and it's Shatter Me by Tara Maffey. I don't know how to say her name, but this book is part of a big series. I literally read this book, finished it, and was like, okay, cool, I will wait and ask for it for Christmas. I bought the whole box set of books back in the end of, like literally 2 days after I finished this book. Why? I was not like I'm going to read it anytime soon. I've got so many other books I want to read. To be fair, I might read the first novella, which is In Unite Me, but this book is the first book of the Shatter Me series, and it follows Juliet, and she is currently held captive because of her power that she has. I actually really enjoyed this book. It was a good setup for the series, but I wouldn't say I was obsessed with it, but like I feel like further down the line I will get obsessed with it, but right now it was a good warming. It didn't give me the same vibes I got when I first read A Court of Thorns and Roses and stuff, but I did enjoy this book, and I gave this, what did I give it? I did screenshot this earlier so I didn't forget, so bear with. I rated this a 3.75. This book was really good, I really enjoyed it, and I think it was a good start for the series, so yes. I'm not saying too much about this book because I don't want to give too much away, and also I don't really know how to describe it. And I know that someone will correct me on the comments because I clearly am describing it wrong, even though I did enjoy the book. Anyway, the next one is another well-loved book, and it is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This book I actually really enjoyed. This follows Evangeline, and she basically falls and has a guy who she's in love with called Luke, I want to say Luke, but then he ends up being engaged to her sister, her stepsister, I can't remember, Marisol, and she basically goes to try and make a deal with, is it a fate? I want to say it's a fate, but I don't think it is. But she goes to make a deal with the Prince of Hearts, also known as Jax, and to basically not stop the wedding so she could have her first love. And then this initiates the fact that he says she needs to kiss 3 people, and then he bites her and has these like 3 marks on her arm that's like looks like broken hearts, and when she kisses someone it goes. And over this book you see a long journey, and it's a very good book. I actually really enjoyed it. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to pick the second book up. I don't know when I'm going to pick it up. I'm trying not to rush through things because also there's a third book, and I'm pretty sure they are on Kindle Unlimited, which makes life a lot easier because I now have a Kindle, which I'll get to when I talk about my hopefuls. But I rated this a 4.5. I think it was a very good book. It didn't give me 5-star feels, but it definitely gave me, I just really enjoyed it, and I definitely know I cannot wait to pick the second book up and read that. And luckily now the third book is out, and I'm pretty sure they're both on Kindle Unlimited, but I haven't looked, so I don't know. If they are both on Kindle Unlimited, great, because it means I can just read when I'm on my Kindle. So if I do read the other one, I can just open it on a Kindle app. If not, because I don't want to just buy another, I'm trying not to buy any more books yet, which is, it's proven to be hard, but it's okay, we'll get there with not buying another book. To be fair, I haven't been in the works, I don't know when it came out, so it might be in the works soon, who knows. Next book I actually read it as an audiobook, and I had it as an audiobook for quite a while going through, but I finally fully sat down and listened to it for the end of September actually, and it is The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. This is the first book I've ever read of hers, and I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I found it really good. I don't know what, the other day I found myself thinking about this book and just everything that happened. This story is, I think, it's just amazing. It follows a girl called Kristen and a guy called Josh, and they start off as like enemies to lovers, I guess, and it's kind of bickering, but you can tell the chemistry there quite quickly. But like, she's got a boyfriend who is in the army, and he wants to settle down and have kids, and Kristen has this problem with why she shouldn't be with him because of that. And what I do say is, if your trigger warnings are something like anything to do with pregnancy, whether you can't conceive, or like any kind of pregnancy things that I don't know how to what the word is, but like I don't want to be insensitive, but there's like trigger warnings about like unable to conceive, children, and PCOS, and my battery died. But yeah, it's like, I always say this book has got triggers if you're like have trouble conceiving, or PCOS, or anything like that kind of triggers you, maybe not read it. It is kind of emotional in that way, but it is really good, and I do like how Abby talks about like stuff that's like, a lot of books would try and shy away from doing that because like it's very sad and it's mentally it's not great, but I think it's really good to read about it, and I think it was done really well. Like, there was not anything like glossed over. In my head it didn't seem like it was glossed over. I obviously don't go through that, or I don't know if I go through that because I haven't tried for a baby or anything in my life. But yeah, I did really enjoy her writing style, and I cannot wait to continue reading her books. I've got 3 more of her books to read, and like physically, and I'm so excited to read them. But yeah, I gave this 4.25 stars. I really enjoyed it, and I really want to go back one day and read it and annotate it, which is why I bought the physical copy of the book, was because I wanted to go back one day and actually annotate this book rather than just actually read it. But it's going to be a while till I can reread it, because I don't think I can put myself through it again, not with what happened at the end. Oh, that was emotional. The next one I read, this is in order, it's okay, was The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. And this book, oh my god, I absolutely loved it. I fell in love with Grace and Logan. I fell in love with the story. I loved it. I think I'm a sucker for like YA teen. I wouldn't say, I don't know if it's YA. Probably is YA. I don't know. But like college romance / hockey romance. I'm really into it, because I fell in love with this book very, very quickly. I was like, oh my god, I'm obsessed, and I didn't want to put it down. This book was just everything, so I think you can obviously guess what rating I gave this, but this book follows Logan and Grace. Logan is one of... Why can't I think of his name? The one time I need his name, I cannot think of it, but as soon as I don't think of it, I can remember it. Garrett's housemates and best mates from the hockey team, and Grace is just a sophomore, a freshman at the beginning of the book, and she is very much, I would say innocent, but also a girl who is not like, she doesn't really do the whole, she doesn't enjoy the partying scene, she doesn't do the whole let's sleep around scene, that's not who she is, and she meets John Logan and then forms this crush that everyone has on him. But she's not that person just to willingly give it all up for him like every girl is, and doesn't go, oh, I just have sex with you. And it starts from there, and it's just so good, and I love it. I literally love the whole book, and I gave this a 5 stars because I was obsessed. This video for this book is coming up in Bookmas, so keep an eye for that vlog, because I did a vlog where my Instagram followers chose my next read, and this book and the next 3 books were all part of that video. So yeah. The next one is a short book which is called Nora Goes Off Script. This is actually a book I never heard of before until I picked it up from the works and was like, yeah, I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to talk too much about these. Really, I shouldn't be, because I don't want to waste the batteries. And these are ones you can't charge, so trying to like make them last. But yes, this book was a very short book. It was a cute little, it was kind of a cute romance. It was a bit annoying, and the romance bit kind of got brushed upon. A lot of it was when they weren't together, they weren't dating, and there was this thing going on, like the lead up to their relationship was happening. The breakup, and then like the second act I think it's called second act breakup. I don't even know. I don't know what word it is, but I know what I'm thinking of. But like the breakup they have at the book, when they didn't need to have a breakup, they did, and then they broke up, and then that bit was talked about for long. When they were actually together was very, very rushed. Like, it is a short book, but I really I would have preferred the relationship actually be a little bit longer rather than the lead up and the breakup, because I was just like, if it's a short book, I want to see the cuteness happen, and I didn't see it. Wasn't connected, didn't really care about the characters. I gave it a 2.5 star rating, but I'm glad I read it. It was interesting. Next, we read More Than Words by Mia Sheridan. Now, Mia Sheridan is the author of Archer's Voice, which everyone knows is one of my favourite books I've ever read in my life, but this book did not live up to that. I did enjoy it. It was better than Most of All You. I actually lowered my ranking to that to 2.5 or 2.75. I can't remember, but I read it last year, so that's alright. And I didn't really love this book. I felt like I was just not connecting to the characters in this book at all. You see just the briefest amount of their relationship during like their friendship, like their childhood. They're meant to be childhood friends and lovers, but you see the prologue that's about their childhood, and then after that it's just their adult life, and so I don't feel like I got the chance to really connect with their relationship, and it was just a bit weird. Not weird, but I just didn't enjoy it that much. So I gave this a 3 stars. I wouldn't say I hated it. I think it had a good good story and a good connection, but I didn't like the connection. So it was a good story and there was some kind of chemistry there, but I just didn't love it too much at all. So, and then I read Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. This book was everything to me. I loved it so much. Like, I loved this book so much. Annie and Will, had become like literally my favourite couple. Like, can you see how much I tabbed that book? Like, I loved it so much. I actually don't remember why I gave it to it. I only recently just finished it, but oh yeah, it was a very close to 5-star rating because it was so good. I felt like I related so much to Annie, and I think that's part of the reason I loved it, because I had some kind of, I could relate to the things she was saying and the things she was doing, and I was like, oh my god, I love this. And I loved Will, and I was like, Will is the ultimate boyfriend for me right now, like the boyfriend I would want in real life. I love him so much, and yes, I wish I could reread this book so much right now, but I gave this a 4.75 stars. It was just so good, and I definitely recommend it to anyone who hasn't read it. I love When in Rome, and I love this book. I went in thinking, because people have said if they loved When in Rome, they didn't like this book, and people who didn't like When in Rome loved this book, but I loved both. I really enjoyed both stories, and I think I'm just glad I've read both of them this year because I just love them both, so yes. And then finally, technically I haven't finished, but once I finish filming this video, literally as soon as I stop filming this video and I put my other batteries on charge, I'm going to go read this book before I go to tap rehearsals, and I've literally got the smallest amount left. And also, it is a reread. I'm rereading Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo for one of my videos in Bookmas. This was a 5-star read for me in 2022. It was also one of the first BookTok books I actually read. Oh my god, my bookmark's falling out. And I absolutely love, I remember I rated it 5 stars last year. I have loved this book. I've really enjoyed rereading it. I've been taken back to that world, and I've been really enjoying the world. I'm loving it. And now that I'm at the parts where I loved, like the last half, I've been even more enjoying it. And I'm remembering things that I forgot, which is good because I've remembered, and it makes me so happy. Although I am going to be dropping my rating by literally 25%. 25%? I don't know. I'm basically, it was 5 stars last year. I'm dropping it to 4.75. It's not giving me the 5-star feels, but it is giving me close enough. So I'm giving it a 5-star review. 5-star? No, I just said that. It's not a 4.75 star review this time, but I'm really happy I picked this back up. It's, if you didn't know what Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is, it follows Evelyn Hugo, a famous actress who, and her 7 husbands that she had, was actually revealing who her real love was, and it's so good. I am obsessed, and I'm getting to like, the big plot twist. The big thing that happens at the end of the book, and I'm so excited to read it again. So I can't wait for when I finish filming this video before tap to finish it, and if I don't, I'll be very sad. But it should not take me that long. Hopefully not. I've got to leave it like 20 to 7, so... Anyway, that is all the books that I've read this month, so we're going to move on to the ones I hope to read by the end of October and all of November. I have got quite a few. The first one is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This book is actually another one I'm rereading. I read this last year, different cover if you don't recognise, but I wanted to reread it for that video as well. So it will be the next book I pick up, and it was one of my favourite books. I upped the rating last year, so I rated it 3.75 last year, and then early this year I upped it to 5 because I couldn't stop thinking about it. I still can't stop thinking about it. So I cannot wait to reread Macy and Elliot's love story, and I'm so excited. So that's the next book on the list, and then we've got all ones I haven't read before. So I'm excited. First of all, we've got Powerless by Elsie Silver. I really want to read this book, like, so bad, because I want to get through this series. I've got this, Reckless, and Hope, I haven't got the physical copy of, but it is on Kindle Unlimited. So I can read it and then buy the physical copy probably at some point. I'm trying not to buy any more books at the moment, which is why I haven't bought the physical copy. Because it's on Kindle Unlimited, it doesn't make me worry too much. But I am so excited for this book because I love this series, and I feel like I need to get back into it. And these books usually get me through, so I get through them like that. So I'm very excited. To read Powerless, this is Jasper's story, and oh my god, I'm excited. How many times did you hear me say I'm excited today? I feel like you should take account of how many times I say excited. I'd say I'd do it, but I'd forget. So how many times did I say excited in this video? Next, we have Throttled by Lauren Asher. I'm actually currently already reading it. I am on chapter 12. I am reading it currently on my Kindle now that I have one. I was reading it before I picked up something else, so I put this on hold, and then I've been picking it up briefly on my Kindle app, and on my Kindle the last couple of nights. Well, I got my Kindle yesterday, so the last night and this morning, just because it's easy to chill and read. Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and Love and Other Words are not on Kindle, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to read it. So hopefully, because I'm doing that as well right now, I'll get through it. I'm also filming 24 hours of reading this weekend for November, so hopefully in that I will get through the book, because I am actually really enjoying it, and I really want to know what's going to happen between Noah and Maya. So this is the first book in the Dirty Hair series, and all of them are on Kindle, so I'm really happy about that, because it makes my life a lot easier than having to purchase them all. But yeah, really excited for that. I don't even know what I can estimate this is going to be, because right now I've not got very far into it, so I'm going to sneeze. I think I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm very sorry if I sneeze in the middle of this video. We've got 4 more books on my hopefuls, and one of them is my Kindle, but we'll get to that in the end. They're all 4 next books are actually all Christmas books. As I mentioned, I think several times in this video, I'm doing 12 days of Bookmas. And the last video of the whole thing, which I'm going to spoil for you, but I'm sure you knew was going to come, it's Christmas. I am doing a reading vlog of 4 Christmas books. And I read 1 Christmas book last year, because at that point my reading speed was a bit naff. Now I'm getting better with my reading. I'm reading more frequently, like work, and yeah. And so I thought I can do 4 Christmas books, and I'm very excited. And one of them I've had since Christmas last year, because I got it for a Christmas present last year, and it is the A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. From last year, I remember this being very popular, so I'm excited to give this a read. It's about actors, as far as I'm aware. It's quite a chunky one. I'm not even going to deny that. But I'm excited to get to it, because yes, and I do love the cover, and I can't wait to read it. I'm reading it in November. I'm definitely reading it in November, because I got it on my diary when I've got to read it. So I'm definitely reading it in November, and I can't wait to get in the Christmas spirit. But right now I'm in the Halloween spirit, so right now no Christmas books, but can't wait. Excuse me. Then we have Love Like Farms by B.K. Borison. I don't really know what this is about, but I saw it was like I think it was like on sale for like £2 on Amazon at the time when I bought it. I was like, I'm just gonna buy it because it's a Christmas book and I want to buy it. So we got Love Like Farms, which I'll be reading for that video as well, and I'm excited. See, I keep saying it. And then the final physical copy I have is All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. I have heard a lot about this book, so I cannot wait to give this a read. I'm so excited to read Christmas books. I think for me, because I only read 1 last year, and it didn't give me Christmassy vibes, because it's just like basically Groundhog Day. I read In Holidays by Christina Lauren, which was a really good book, don't get me wrong, I just didn't feel Christmassy in the book. But I'm hoping reading 4 is going to get me in the Christmas spirit. So I've got that. And then finally, on my Kindle that I have got, which I'm very excited, and I have got a vlog coming out where I basically open it, show it to you, and that lot, like that exciting stuff. And I will be doing a video at some point about my Kindle, when I've had it a little bit longer and actually like got used to it, and I've actually fully completed a book on there, etc. Then I'll do it, because I feel like right now I'm at the hyping up stage. I'm really excited about it because I've only just got it. I want to be able to say yes, I've had it for a while and I'm excited. But yeah, I got a Kindle and I'm very happy with it. If you couldn't tell by my face. 'Tis the Season for... Okay, the last book I want to read is 'Tis the Season for Revenge by Morgan Elizabeth. This is on Kindle Unlimited. I'm really excited to read it. And actually... Ooh, I'm so scared of dropping this right now. I'm in that phase of like, I don't want to drop it. I'm so hyped about this Kindle right now. If you couldn't tell, I'm literally so excited. Which is why, like, I want to make sure I try. I also want to make the most of having this. So I'm trying my hardest to use it as much as possible. Obviously, I do still love a physical copy of a book, and I'm not going to not do that, because, yes, that'd be a bit of a waste of all my money otherwise. But yeah, the last book I want to read in November is 'Tis the Season for Revenge by Morgan Elizabeth. I have no clue what it's about, but it's a Christmas book, so I'm excited to read that one as well. So that's 4 Christmas books. But yeah, that is all the books I want to read and all the books I read this month. And I hope that this wrap up wasn't too a bit, I don't know, all over the place. I am going to literally go and finish reading Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo now. But I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon with another video.